I recently saw an article saying that toxic-free living is a fad that will soon die out. But I'm here to say that it is not a fad and it is here to stay. Most of the products that we find in the shelves of the grocery stores are filled with chemicals and toxins that we shouldn't be using, smelling, or even touching. Fragrance is something that you see in a lot of cleaning products, and it's something that big companies use when they don't want to disclose what the actual fragrance is made out of. So in other words, it's just a fancy word to say toxic chemicals. When shopping and looking for things throughout the grocery stores, try to find fragrance-free or unscented products because that will be a little bit better for you. All these excess chemicals are bad for us, but they're especially bad for women as they cause a lot of hormonal imbalances. Hey, I'm Chicken Linguini, and today I want to talk to you about toxic-free living and give you a few swaps that you can make easily in your home. The first swap to make is to stop buying dryer sheets that are filled with fragrance and other chemicals and start buying these wool dryer balls. You only have to buy it once and you reuse them over and over again, so you'll actually save money rather than buying the dryer sheets, and it is better for you because it has no fragrance and it'll help you dry your clothes fast, just like the dryer sheets, but without the toxic chemicals. And if you want an extra smell for your clothes, you can add a few drops of essential oils right onto these wool balls and throw them into your dryer, and it'll help your clothes smell good, dry faster, and it won't be toxic for you. The next easy swap I made was I switched my laundry detergent and my dishwashing pods to this company called Blueland. It's 100% toxic free and plastic free. So the little Tide pods that you use normally are filled with plastic, and that plastic dissolves and it goes into the water system. So not good to have tiny little pieces of plastic everywhere. So this is plastic free and, like I said, chemical free, toxin free. It is rated the best score that you can get in the EWG website, and that website is a non-profit. It's called the Environmental Working Group, and it's a non-profit website that focuses on safety science, or on science safety. So before they just say if something is good for you to use, they look up all the ingredients, they do all the checks and all the research they need to do on each individual ingredient to give you a rating of how toxic or how good something is, how clean it is or how dirty it is. So if you go onto that website, they have a whole list of different products, cleaning products, makeup products, and products that you can use that they've already determined are safe. And then they have all the other products within their rating. So like Tide pods, I think are like a 9 out of 10 in toxicity. So check out that website. I again will put it in the description for you, so you can check and see, where your cleaning products lie and, other switches that you want to make. The next easy swap I made is, instead of using normal hand soap that's filled again with fragrance and a whole bunch of other things, I'm using this pure soap, and this is an all-in-one soap. So it says back here that you could use it as a facial cleaner, a body wash, shampoo, to wash dishes, to wash your veggies. It's an all-in-one soap. So I definitely recommend getting this and using it for whatever you want. I like to use it for my hand soap. It is very strong, so you dilute it. On the back it explains how much to dilute for depending on what you need, but do not forget to dilute it because it will dry you out. It is very strong. So dilute this and use it for your hand soap, use it as your shampoo, use it as your countertop cleaner, but I prefer to use vinegar for my countertop cleaner, and I like to use this as my hand soap. So that's my next swap. I use, instead of a multi-purpose counter cleaner that has tons of chemicals and bad things, I literally just use diluted vinegar. I'll get half a cup of vinegar and a cup of water, mix it up, and I'll spray it on my countertops and clean my countertops, and it will leave them shiny, smelling good, and it will be free of any harsh chemicals. Another easy swap that I have made is I no longer drink tap water or even the water from my fridge, and I drink this filtered water. All of our waters are extremely contaminated, and depending on where you live and your zip code, it is different chemicals, different amounts of chemicals contaminating your water. And if you go onto the EWG's website, they have a water database section. So if you type in your zip code, it'll show you exactly how contaminated your water is and with what. For an example, my water has 243 times the amount of the EWG's guidelines of arsenic. and a whole bunch of other chemicals that are just way beyond the limit or beyond the guideline that they recommend. So go ahead and check that out so you can see for yourself just how contaminated your water is, and you will be shocked. So this is the water filter system that I use. I bought it on Amazon, I think for like 25 bucks. I saw a TikTok video and this guy was testing out 3 different water filters. This one, a Brita, and another one I can't remember. And he poured in red Gatorade into each one of them and to see how well it filtered it out. On the other 2, the red Gatorade was watered down, but you could still see that it was red, and he tried each one of them and he said that those still tasted like watered down Gatorade. For this one, shockingly, it was clear. There was no red dye. It looked like water. It looked perfectly fine like water, and when he tried it, he was also shocked. He was like, wow, this literally tastes like water. So this is a great water filter system. The first time I saw it was actually recommended by Ask the Dentist, and if you don't know who he is, he's America's like #1 dentist. He's great. He's a holistic dentist, and I love everything that he posts and everything that he talks about, and he always talks about this water filter system. So check it out. It's really cheap for what you're getting, and you will get all of those chemicals out of your water, and water is so important. We need to be drinking tons of water to stay hydrated and to stay healthy, and if we're drinking water that's filled with chemicals and filled with toxins, how healthy can we really get? So filter out your water and drink your water. The next easy swap that I do, instead of having candles, whenever I want the house to smell extra good, I will just boil a pot of water with my leftover lemon peels or lime peels, whatever I've used throughout the day, some cinnamon, and I'll just let that boil and let the aromas like flood the room. For fall, you can throw in even some pumpkin pie spice into the water and just let that start bubbling and then let it simmer. And then you could literally just grab the pot and walk around the house so that the aromas go throughout the house. But that way you will get a toxic-free, natural smell to your house rather than the fumes of the candles. And the last one isn't really a swap, but more of a tip. When you're cooking, make sure to cook with your exhaust on, because the cooking fumes are very strong and very powerful, and when you use the exhaust, some of it is getting like sucked away, so you're not inhaling all of them. And if you can, try to buy yourself an air purifier and keep it in the kitchen. Whenever I'm cooking anything on the cast iron skillet or anything on really high heat and there's like a lot of fumes, my air purifier is going crazy. It lights up in red when it's to show that it's like very toxic in the air, and it always is red when I am cooking, especially cooking on high heat. So make sure to have your exhaust on, and a bonus to have an air purifier around. And those are some of the easy swaps that I've made throughout my house. Remember, nobody is perfect. You do not need to swap everything out tomorrow. This does not need to be from 0 to 100. It's just slowly start working on getting cleaner things into your house, because it will make a difference. I've linked everything in the description. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I have new videos like this, healthy recipes, IBS and PCOS friendly recipes, grocery hauls, tips and tricks, and more every weekday at 3 p.m.